go! Teddy here, and today I've got the Premier League Week 1 review. First up, United on there. I was at the game. It was a good game, but it weren't the best. We didn't look threatening at times. Tottenham took the game at the start. They made the big impact. Harry Kane was threatening. We thought he was going to shoot. He chipped it over the top. Ericsson made a bit of a mockery of it. He could have scored. He didn't. But that's when we realised Harry Kane has still got it. He's going to be good this year, I can tell you that. He weren't a one-hit wonder. He will be good this year. Mata, his touch was unbelievable. When he went through two of the Spurs men, he just looked completely upper class. He was out of their league for that game. When he's out wide, he's not as effective. He needs to be brought in the middle. He needs to swap with Depay, or Memphis. But there you go. Van Gaal is just in a world of his own. He does what he wants, and that's why he's a good manager, I suppose. But there you go. So United, the keep man was Darmian, but other than that, Schneiderlin looked at home. He looked to sort out the midfield. He was always getting in there, pressuring the ball. Lovely to see. Next up, Chelsea did not get off to the start they wanted. They drew 2-2 at home. They've dropped points at home already this season, and it was not good for Courtois. And bloody Begovic was bloody rubbing his hands together. He got on first game. He's going to have a couple games in the net. Probably his only couple games because Courtois will be in the net full time for Chelsea when he's back. But it was a sad day for Chelsea fans. They were not expecting to draw. Swansea done United last year. They've kind of done Chelsea this year. And I think they are going to have a good season. Next up, Arsenal and Mr. Cech. All the Arsenal fans, all the way to the Chelsea fans. Well, turns out your man is not as good as you think. Well, to be fair, he's a world-class keeper and he is going to be great this season. He did muck up a bit. But to be fair, if he didn't come out for that first ball, the guy was going to have a free header. Defence was nowhere to be seen. So if Cech didn't come out, he had a free header, we probably would have scored. So either way, Cech was a bit stuck. So everyone's putting a blame on Cech, but I'm sure the defence could have done better. But everyone's been talking about him. Oxford was sensational. He's 16 years old. When I was 16, I was at home playing FIFA. And yeah, he's chilling at Arsenal. He's an Arsenal fan. He just beat Arsenal. He's beat his childhood club. And what a feeling it must have been. He played very good for his debut in the Premier League. And yeah, I'm sure Man City will buy him in a couple of years because he's English. And he'll probably be worth £65 million or something stupid. But yeah, Stoke, although they lost, they're looking strong. They got 5 Champions League winners in their squad now. They've just signed a new player in Shaqiri, and their front 3 or 4 is looking very, very nice. Shaqiri, Afellay, and Bojan up front for Stoke. That Tuesday night at Stoke, when it is raining, as they say, is going to be very, very difficult in the coming season. Alright, so enough of that. I have my fantasy team, which looked to be good, but turns out De Gea was dropped, which I weren't expecting, so he got no points. And Fonte didn't play for Southampton, which was surprising. I don't really know why that was. Maybe, he didn't say he's injured, maybe he got injured, I'm not sure, but I got 37 points. Next game, I'm going to put Cech and go next week because I think he's got some making up to do, and Crystal Palace is their team that they're playing, so maybe he will make up for it and keep a clean sheet. And I'm going to put at centre-back / in the defence, I'm just going to stick Darmian in there because he played really well. I reckon he's going to have a great season. And yeah, points will be getting for me. I'm going to go through next week's games and tell you who I think is going to win. Aston Villa and Man United on Friday. I think United will nick it 1-0. Villa always seem to play well against United away from home. United aren't great against Villa, but they've sold Benteke, they've sold Delph, they've not really replaced it with a lot, and I believe United will nick it 1-0. Southampton have got a strong team yet again. Pele scored this week. great goal. But I think they will win 2-1 against Everton. Everton are a good team, but Johnny Evans is not in their side yet, so their defence is lacking. So until they sign the big man at the back, Johnny Evans from United, I don't think they're going to have it in them to stop Southampton, really. So Southampton 2-1. Spurs Stoke, right? This is a tough one because Spurs don't look the most threatening up front. They need some new signings. They want Hernandez, I think, and they're going to try and get Berahino from West Brom. I think that is going to happen when United buy Harry Kane. I think if United swap Harry Kane for Hernandez and a bit of cash will be involved, they'll go ahead with Hernandez and they'll get Berahino up front, and then Spurs will look good because Adebayor and Soldado, both in their 30s, both not quite good enough, and I reckon Spurs will win. They're at home in Stoke. Although they've got a really good strike force in these days, I just think Spurs, they are a good team. They finished 5th last year and they will nick it. Sunderland, Norwich. Now, this is a game of two teams which don't really have the best footballing team. So I am struggling to think of what is going to happen to make it. Yeah. I don't think either. Defoe is up front for Sunderland, obviously, and I've not watched Norwich really because they've just come up. I happily admit, I don't watch Championship that often, and I think just having a guess at this one, I'll say 1-0. Alright, Swansea are gonna beat Newcastle 2-0. As Swansea are a strong team. They've got good players, they've got solid team. Newcastle did impress me this week with a 2-2 draw against Southampton. However, I don't think they're going to, away from home, I don't think they got the quality of Swansea, and I think 2-0 to Swansea will happen. Watford at home, their first home game in the Premier League for this season. I think West Brom will do them in 2-0 again. West Brom lost to City this week, 3-0. Unfortunately, they had City, which they made a strong. I forgot to mention, they made a strong start to lead. They went in 3-0, made sure they sealed it, made sure they told the other teams in the league, such as Chelsea, Arsenal, and United, that they are in for the win this year. They've signed Delph and Sterling, who I think are great players. However, I don't think they are gonna push them. They're not going to win them the title, so they haven't got anyone this year that they didn't have last year that's going to win them the title. However, now Silva is playing more central and Sterling's out wide. I think that you know, City will sign De Bruyne maybe, and then if that happens, they will win the title at a push. They will have a stronger chance of winning the title. Okay, so West Ham, who I've said, Payet, signed from Marseille, has been absolutely outstanding in the first game against Arsenal. I thought he was brilliant. Him and Oxford in that midfield were just dominating, really. And I believe they will beat Leicester. Although Leicester did win their opening game and they were very strong, I didn't think they would be that good. I think West Ham are another class. This year, West Ham, I hate to admit it, but they are very, very strong. And I don't see any other result than 3-0. I'm going to go 3-0 to West Ham against Leicester. Maybe 3-1, but definitely win for West Ham. Crystal Palace against Arsenal. Crystal Palace have signed, I think it was their club record fee for the Kabai of PSG. And the fans are shocked, obviously delighted, but I think Arsenal have got a lot to gain from a win. They've got a lot to prove. They've got a lot to make up for last week, and Arsene is going to get a kick up the backside by the fans. They want him out already. It's been 1 week, but yeah, I think they've got to win. And although Crystal Palace are good, I think with an Arsenal team with the quality they have and they need to win, they will win. And yeah, I can't see it being. And I think they'll win just about 1-0. 1-0 I'm predicting, but they will win. City, Chelsea, the big game on Sunday. I can't wait. It's going to be great. I'm in Manchester now, so it's going to be a good atmosphere. But I can't see City pulling it off. I don't think they're going to win. I think Chelsea have also, as I say, Arsenal have got something to prove. Chelsea have got to prove that they can win the league again. They haven't improved their squad, which is surprising. But I suppose when you've won, you can't improve on winning. If you look at the Chelsea team, I don't know what, other than maybe right back, they take out Bratislav Ivanovic, or whatever you want to call him, and they put in a decent right back. Not saying he's not decent, but they can improve there. And maybe Willian or Oscar in the midfield. Maybe by Griezmann. They've got Falcao. I don't know why they thought he was going to be any better. Mourinho thinks, oh yeah, he can do it, but he can't. Mourinho will not get Falcao to play. Falcao will not get Falcao. No one will get Falcao to play unless he goes back to the league where he can dominate, such as La Liga, such as the Ligue 1. He ain't made out for Premier League. Premier League is a different class. And other than the top teams in each league, the rest of the teams in every other league, apart from Premier League, are pretty poor. And Falcao will not do anything. But Chelsea will draw to Man City 1-1. Chelsea park the bus. They will score. They will take the lead. They will park the bus. Man City will finally squeeze a goal back, making it 1-1, but I can't see anything other than a draw. Chelsea need the points. They know that Man City are their probably closest rivals, along with United. And losing to Man City would mean that they've just had the worst start, basically. So they need a draw. They won't win, but they need a draw. Liverpool will beat Bournemouth 3-0. I'm going to say Bournemouth then to the Premier League. They lost their opening game. Away to Liverpool, I can't see anything else than 3-0. I think Benteke will score his first goal in a Liverpool shirt. Also, Coutinho, wonderful goal in the weekend. I can't see him scoring again. He never scores more than once every month. And then, not even that. But yeah, he don't score every week. And he always scores good goals, to be fair to him, the lad. Very, very good goals. And yeah, so Liverpool 3-0 against Bournemouth. And yeah, if you enjoyed the video, please give it a like, subscribe. For next week's video, week 2, I will sum up everything that's happened. And yeah, check out the fantasy team. If you haven't already joined, join a league. I've got a league, but there's no one really in it. So if you want to join my league, join my league. If not, join someone else's league. Join the national leagues. See what you can do. Have a bit of fun. And I will see you on another video. Thank you for watching. Bye.